how can one cope with having a glimpse of about 3 weeks of Nibbana and then losing it? Why does this happen?
I got a question. What is a glimpse of nirvana?
Yeah, I think he claims he had an enlightenment, some kind of experience of enlightenment. It lasted for 3 weeks and then faded off.
See,
Three
that
weeks.
doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that. Do you
Yeah.
understand that, Yuttadhammo?
Well, I understand it to probably not be nibbana or enlightenment, because remember, there's a lot of things that seem to be that and are not that. If it's
Hmm.
what was happening for those experience of nibbana can't be for 3 weeks unless you enter nibbana. The technical, I mean, it could be, but the technical manuals say 7 days is the maximum of total nibbana for a non. Um, Besides parinibbana, for someone who still has uh, body sesa, who still has something left to be lived out. But that 7 days is there's no khanda, there's no aggregates, there's no physical, there's no feelings, there's no perceptions, there's no thoughts, and there's no consciousness uh, except in the technical sense of a consciousness that takes nibbana as an object. But what is that? I'm skeptical, but it's just a technicality. The 3 weeks after that, um, some of the aspects of that experience, if it is an experience of nibbana, will wear off. What won't wear off, at the very least, are what are called the three lower fetters. That person has no more view of self. Um, it's not possible for them to give rise to a view, to hold on to, or to ascribe to a view of self. It's no longer possible for that person to consider as essential that which is unessential. For instance, thinking that rites or rituals are going to make them enlightened. And it's no longer possible for that person to have doubt about the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. And then of course it goes on and on. If you see nibbana again and again and again, or if you get to the point where you're an anagami, then you have no more greed and anger. And if you practice and become an arahant, then there's no more greed, anger, or delusion. And that doesn't fade away. Enlightenment doesn't fade away.